Welcome everybody to What's in the Box. My name is Frizz Frizzle, and this is the quarantined panel show. Sorry about that. Quarantined panel show involving boxes. I've got some fantastic guests today and some fantastic games today. Straight from the UK pun-off, I'm going to introduce two guests at the same time. It is Colin Leggo and Adele Cliff. Hello, guys. How are you?
We're lovely, thank you. How are you? Sorry, I spoke for Colin there.
I'm happy for you to speak for me, Adele. I am fine too.
Like an old married couple. You can catch these two crazy kids every Sunday at 7 p.m. as part of the UK pun-off. It's just comedians telling jokes. It's that simple.
Well, it is. It's everything you'd expect from something that's just puns. Just comedians telling jokes.
Because you two have both won the UK Pun Championship, is that correct?
Yeah, at the moment, Adele has the belt. Do you have the belt there?
I have the belt. Look, hang on.
Oh, there is a belt.
I have clothes.
Well, no, better than that. Look at that.
That's a good belt. That is a good belt. We're going to bring on our third guest today. She did the show live when it was in Edinburgh in 2018. This is her first digital appearance. It's Sarah Bennetto. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Frizz. How are you today, mate?
Oh, I'm very, very well. I'm very warm, and I'm looking forward to this show. Oh, it's three really good comedians together. It is time to play the game. It's time for round one.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round one is called What's in the Box. I have a slick black box here, and I've got a mystery item in it. Our guests today are going to think what they think is in the box, and we'll see if any of them are close. They most likely won't be, but they have to debate why their guess was the most correct. So we'll start off with newcomer Colin Leggo. What do you think is in the box today?
I think you have got in the box a VIP pass or a lanyard to some kind of pop concert.
Oh, you misjudge how cool I am, Colin, but we'll stick with that later. Next up, we will have the wonderful Sarah Bennetto. What do you think is in the box today?
I think you have a single paperclip in that box.
Single paperclip. Very nice guess. And Adele Cliff, what do you think is in the box today?
I think you have a non-medical grade face mask in that box.
Non-medical grade. Technically, isn't everything that isn't a medical grade face mask a non-medical grade face mask? So,
yeah, but it's good to specify.
Right. The box is shake. Let's see what is in it today.
Misjudged my guess based on that shape.
It is the original Cook's Matches.
Oh.
Extra long matches for your extra long ovens. Oh no, these are the short versions. Yeah, you'd think with a box that big, there'd be bigger matches. Oh well.
As well, I thought the same thing. It's very disappointing when you get them out, isn't it?
It's a point for Adele.
I've been stitched up the same matches as well.
Yeah.
We'll start off with Colin. Colin thought it was a lanyard to go to a pop concert. Colin, why was your guess the closest?
I think because the feeling of being at a pop concert with your VIP lanyard is no match for anything else. And I think a pop concert, you might have Earth, Wind and Fire. You might have Arcadia Fire. That's a group. You might have Come On Baby Light My Fire. Someone singing songs about fire. And I stroke it lucky. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Anyway, there you go.
Okay, just naming pop acts with fire in the name. Yeah. And it's Arcade Fire, not Arcadia Fire. Arcadia Fire, I believe, is an anime. Sarah, your guess was a single paperclip. Why was your guess the closest?
Well, will you look at the size of those matches? Almost exactly the same size as a single paperclip, but multiplied. Also, very useful. Like matches are on a primal level, super useful. But I will say that paper clips, to look at them, you think, when am I going to use a paperclip? Rarely. However, if you're typing in Microsoft Word and you're like, dear mom, and then all of a sudden, ping, hey, and then you're writing a letter. This is why it's exactly the same, just as useful as a match.
Just as useful as a match. And finally, Adele, what was your guess again?
I said it was a box of matches.
Right, I recall that it was a non-medical grade face mask. Why was your guess the closest?
Well, obviously, one of the safest ways to kill off any disease is fire. And the matches that you have there will do exactly that. So that's a very similar thing immediately. A face mask is also flammable, much like matches. And I just think I often would use a small box of matches like that to light a candle to, make me calm down in an evening. And nothing at the moment makes me feel more calm than people wearing non-medical grade face masks.
Non-medical. I love it. I really, really like those answers. Now, I usually give 3 points away. I've already given Adele a point for comment earlier, but the 3 points, I'm really sorry. It's another 3 points for Adele because, right, she specifically said non-medical grade face mask, and the point is everything that isn't a medical grade face mask is a non-medical grade face mask. So for the first time ever on What's in the Box, we've got someone in the league with 4 points already. Oh, let's see what happens during the rest of the show. It's time for round 2.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Now, usually when I do this show live, I ask audience members to put things in a box. We don't have physical audience members right now. So I've asked my guests to put things in a box. They're going to pull out one of the items now and assign it to another guest in a game that I call Superhero Story. So Sarah is going to go first with this. Colin, please pull out an item from your box that will then be attributed to Sarah.
Okay, I'm going to pull out this lovely decorative fan. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
My.
So, Sarah, the game here is, now that Marvel have basically paused all of their cinematic universe movies for the time being, for some reason, I think Adele was setting fire to everything, we have to come up with our own superhero stories right now. So I'd like you to pitch me a new film to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but this red fan has to be a part of the origin story of the superhero. So, are you ready, Sarah, to bullshit for about a minute?
I absolutely am. Okay,
Beautiful.
so it's ready for launch straight after lockdown ends, which you'll all be pleased to know is February 2023. So basically, Buttman is the name of the film. Buttman is born from an egg on a mountaintop. Buttman used a fan to fly down from the mountain. He runs around the world, and wherever there is a problematic situation, Buttman releases a noxious gas. If anything, Buttman is evil, not a hero. But he's an anti-hero.
I like it. So the fan is part of Buttman's power. He uses that to fly and swoop into situations. It's very interesting there. Next up is Adele. Yep. Your item is going to be given by Sarah. Sarah, what is that item?
Adele, I have for you a small cherry tomato seedling growing in an eco coffee cup.
Excellent.
Wow. Adele, please tell us a superhero origin story that involves this cherry tomato seedling in a coffee cup.
I have been waiting my whole life to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm so excited that it's happening now. So the cherry tomato seedling in a coffee cup might look like just a seedling, but actually it's been left under some radioactive waste for some reason. And that is going to drip onto it and create something of a Day of the Trifid style tomato plant, which once it's big enough, is going to bite a small teenager, probably a boy because it's Marvel, but let's say a girl, why not? They might pick it up. Going to bite a girl. She's going to firstly go quite red, which will probably be embarrassing for her, but then after that, she will realize that if she squeezes herself just so, she can directly sort of shotgun out of her body tomato seeds at incredible velocity. and that will be her power, and she'll swoop in, she'll save the day, she'll help people who are trying to do salads, but mostly she will be blinding bad guys with tomato seeds.
Okay, can I get a name for this superhero, Adele?
Yes, you can. She's called Ms. Cherry.
Miss Cherry. Oh, as in cherry tomatoes. Okay, I like it. We've got Buttman, we've got Miss Cherry. Oh, I'm liking this. Ending this round is Colin, which means that his item will be attributed from Adele. Adele, what's the item that you're going to show Colin?
Colin, you've got an Oyster card.
Oh.
Please tell us the superhero origin story that involves an Oyster card.
Imagine the scene. It's London, 1999. And our hero, Oyster Man, has made his way from the Thames into London on public transport. He's only just grown legs. He had a tail 10 minutes ago, and he is confused. He is dumbstruck by the technology that's happening. And then he finds in his flipper a little card, and this helps him travel around the beautiful city for the first time, still dripping wet, but he's able to go on with a magical card that he finds just in his scales. So, Oyster Man.
Oyster Man. Indeed. Right, I've got points to give away. It's going to be 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. Colin, I'm just giving you the 1 point because that just sounded like an advert for TFL rather than a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Sarah is getting 3 points for that, mainly because I want to see Buttman using a red fan to fly around, possibly fanning the flames that Adele lit in round 1. And Adele, you are getting the 2 points because genuinely I would watch. It's more a Netflix Marvel series.
Yeah, like the fifth Defender.
Yes. So I didn't get full-on Marvel movie territory from that, but those are the points locked in. It's time for round 3.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 3 is called the music round, so called because I have a lot of compilation CDs and they have music and they are round. Today's CD, it is a classic. It is the definitive Simon and Garfunkel. Right, so I've got all of the Simon and Garfunkel songs, the definitive collection. I have collected 9 of these tracks and I have written the opposite of what the track title is. Hence why it's called Garfunkel and Simon. Right. So using your deduction skills and obvious music knowledge, you guys are going to guess, work out what the original track title was. Some are very easy. Some are very hard. We're going to start with Adele.
Simon and Garfunkel song.
Well, that's it, because I'm giving you the opposites, so you might be able to figure it out. There is some deduction in this game, he tells himself. Adele, please, a number between 1 and 9.
A whole number?
A whole number.
Okay, let's go for number 6, please.
Number 6, and I told you some of these were easy. It's Mr. Robinson.
Oh, wait. Is it just Mrs. Robinson?
That's a point for Adele there.
I was really worrying about what the opposite of Robinson might be for quite a bit there.
Or you could have had Mr. Robin Daughter.
Rob Out Daughter. Ah, could have done.
Or maybe Eagledaughter. Also, you know, like
the oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that is a point for Adele. Colin, a number, please, between 1 and 9.
3.
3. A Bright Light of Summer.
Oh.
What's your Simon and Garfunkel knowledge like, Colin?
Oh, minimal. It's like a bridge over troubled waters. So
is that your answer?
No, it's not. A dull darkness of winter.
You got one of those words right. Does anyone want to jump in and try and steal the point?
No, I'm good.
No. It was a hazy shade of winter. Because you got one.
Darn it. Yes.
Because you got one of the words right, you get a third of a point. You are currently on 1 1/3 point.
Best game show ever.
I mean,
Sarah, a number between 1 and 9, please.
Number 1. It's got to be a good one.
It is unoriented. Unoriented. That's a word.
Unoriented. Okay.
This is a tricky one.
Well, the opposite is oriented, which means you are looking, searching, looking, driven.
Oh, it's not
facing. Shoot. It is shoot. It is looking. There, I give up. That's me trying.
Okay. No, very well done. Anyone want to steal the point?
Is it like a direction? Is it like north or something like that?
Pretty much. No, it's not. It's Homeward Bound, which I just thought was a movie before researching for this show. No points to anyone. We're back to Adele. Number between 2 and 9, please.
I'll have number 7, please.
Number 7. Oh, I don't know why you're picking the easy ones. The Quiet of Loudness.
The Sound of Silence.
Correct, Adele. Genuinely, this is not fixed. We're back.
Thanks.
We are back to Colin. 2, 4, 5, 8, or 9.
8.
Number 8 is El Condor No Pasa.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I just don't know.
Well, condor is Spanish for eagle, and we've learned that the opposite is robin.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Let's go for robin. Let's go for chaffinch. Chaffinch. Yes, something. I don't know.
Okay.
Like a chaffinch over troubled waters.
They've had more than one song.
The eagle can enter.
Well, it's Spanish for the eagle happens, right? The original song is called El Condor Pasa, which means the eagle happens. So it was just the same one, but just with the no taken out. So that was no points for anyone there. This is a good round. Keep telling yourself that phrase.
Close.
This is a good round.
Close. I thought I was close.
I'm very much
Chaffinch over troubled water.
It's very close.
Sarah, 2, 4, 5, or 9.
2, please.
Number 2 is You Are a Roll.
You are not a roll. You are not a roll. You are a roll. You are a. I'm looking at Adele and Colin to see if they look like they're going to steal it from me. You are a roll. You are not a roll. You are not a. Look at Frizz. Frizz is like, you're gonna.
What's the opposite of you?
I am a rock. I am a rock. I am an island. I actually know that song.
I am a rock.
Ah,
Fantastic. I am a rock was the correct answer there, Sarah. Let's not give any more clues away, people. Adele, 4, 5, or 9, and one of them is very easy.
oh.
4, please.
You've got the easy one. Tunnel over fine ice.
Chaffinch.
Tunnel under fine ice. Should have been tunnel under fine ice.
Okay,
Adele, what's your answer?
Bridge over troubled water, please. I can't believe I only knew one Simon and Garfunkel song, and I'm going to get 3 points on this round.
That is fantastic. Colin, 5 or 9?
Let's go with 5.
5. Speech for the answering.
Silence.
We've had sound of silence.
Yeah, I know.
Speech.
Quiet. No. Quiet. Listen to the questions.
Very, very close. Adele, you've got full marks so far. Do you want to guess at this one?
I mean, I think it would probably be like listen for the question, but
I don't
know what
song for the It's song for the asking, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Song for
okay.
the asking. And Sarah, you've got one more. You are left with number 9. It is. What's the opposite of the unboxer? You know, those people who open up boxes on YouTube and go, oh, look at that. I mean, to be fair, that's what I'm doing. But Sarah, the unboxer, what's the opposite?
Is it the boxer?
It is the boxer. That is a point.
Come
I
on.
thought I'd try
I
and
love
throw
you.
you.
I love
None of
you.
it.
Is it a decent enough song? Could it be the theme song for your show? Or is it not a decent
Not without
enough
breaking copyright rules.
song? Yay!
That's the end of round 3. It's time for round 4.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 4 is called Best Tool for the Job. I'm going to ask my guests to pull out an item from their box. They're going to tell me what the item is. I'm then going to give them a problem for them all to solve. And best method of solving this problem wins the entire round. It's 5 full points, with the occasional bonus point dished out if there's any good jokes or observations. So, first, Colin, what is the item you are choosing?
I will choose this enormous jar.
Wow.
It's like the size of my
The
head.
size of your head.
Yeah, it's big. That's a big jar of Nutella, unopened.
Wow.
Well, you need to get an unboxing channel on YouTube and get right on that. Adele, we'll go with Adele. What is your object from your box?
It's a single sheet of kitchen towel.
Single sheet of kitchen
Oh.
towel. Okay, and finally, Sarah.
I have a giant pair of lips.
A giant pair of lips.
They're so
Okay.
dirty. Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
Colin and Adele and Sarah, I'm going to give you your problem now. And so this is the problem that you're all solving with your objects. I have potatoes that need peeling, and I have suffered from the horrible arm falling off syndrome. How do I peel my potatoes? So we're going to start with Sarah in this round. Sarah, so using your item of a big pair of lips, please tell us how you're going to solve Frankie's problem of peeling his potatoes without any arms.
Okay, well, the joy of the giant pair of lips is that you can plop them on the table next to your potatoes. They're sat in a bowl of water. The guy just goes in. Firstly, he tenderly sucks the potatoes. He licks around the edges, taking off any sort of like any dirt, anything like that. And then these 2 front teeth get to the gnawing. They sort of trim around the potatoes, and you end up with beautifully suckled and peeled potatoes.
I was too hot before that description, but now whew, I'm a melted puddle. Thank you, Sarah. Let's
No worries.
Let's move on to Colin. How are you going to solve this problem using your massive jar of Nutella?
Okay, it's a 3-pronged attack. Okay, you dip it's big enough. You can dip a whole potato in the Nutella. You then go on to a local Facebook group where there's activities, and you find out where your local Chocoholics Anonymous takes place, Village Hall. You then take your chocolate-covered potato to the Chocoholics Anonymous, leave it outside on the path. When all the people are coming out after the meeting, they'll see the potato, they'll get hungry, they'll lick off the chocolate. In doing so, lick off the skin because they're so anxious for chocolate, and you've got lovely peeled potatoes. You're hiding in the bush watching. Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Right. Okay. Adele, with your single sheet of kitchen towel, please tell us how to peel Frankie's potatoes.
Well, I'm going to try and do it in a way that, unlike the other 2, doesn't get somebody else's saliva all over my potatoes. So what I'm going to do is, first, you're going to, obviously no arms, so you're going to pick your own mouth, which is fine, and pop them in a pan of little bit of water, a tiny bit of salt, just soften them up a little bit beforehand. Then you take them out the pan, and then you'll see that on this kitchen towel, there's ever so slight it's slightly raised. It's not a smooth finish. So what you do is you gently fold it up, and then you sort of hold it and then you rub it gently against the skins of the potatoes, and they will slowly peel away till a smooth and tasty potato.
Okay. Right, points to give away. Adele, that would take 1,000,000 years. It's like the end of that Doctor Who episode where he's punching the wall and it takes him 4 billion years to do so. Sarah, I'm giving you 3 points for that description alone because my God, I have not had human interaction in 10 weeks, and that's good for me. Colin gave me the most realistic example of how to do that. Frankie did comment halfway through saying, "I cannot pick up a potato to dip it. I have no arms." You just use your teeth. You just use your teeth. That's the full. Fat 5 points to Colin there because that was the most realistic example. It's time for round 5.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
We always get the person in first place to go first, so the other two can have more of a time to get their thoughts together. And winning at the moment by a point is Adele. So, Adele, what is your specialist subject?
It's characters from the novel Pride and Prejudice.
Okay, here is Adele Cliff naming as many Pride and Prejudice characters as she can in 23 seconds, starting now.
Mr. Bennet, Mrs. Bennet, Lizzie Bennet, Jane Bennet, Lydia Bennet, Kitty Bennet, Mary Bennet, Mr. Darcy, Miss Darcy, Mr. Bingley, Miss Bingley, Mrs. Hurst, Mr. Hurst, Mr. Collins, Mrs. Collins, Miss Lucas, Mariah Lucas, Mr. Lucas, Connor Forster, Mrs. Forster, Mrs. Phillips, Mr. Phillips, Mr. Wickham, Mr. Denny, and
that is time, I'm afraid. Very good, Adele. In second place at the moment is Sarah Bennetto. What is your specialist subject?
My specialist subject is the TV show Twin Peaks, all 3 seasons.
Okay, characters, episode, no matter what, I will count it as a point. Here is Sarah in 23 seconds, starting now.
Special Agent Dale Cooper, David Bowie, there's a creepy arm in it. I said arm. Did you say up or say arm? I'm out, Chris. I'm out.
Yeah.
Please may I have points for spirit?
I've given you 3 points, and you're lucky to get them. And at the moment, with 6 1/3 points, is Colin. What is your specialist subject?
Right, I've got to say, there is a bit of repetition in mine. There's a lot of repetition in mine because my specialist subject is my own surname. Because I've got quite a weird surname, and I've got a list of names I've been called, like nicknames because of my surname. So that's my list.
Sure. Here, with all the nicknames he's ever been given, here is Colin Leggo in 23 seconds, starting now.
Legs, Leggy, Lego Man, Lego Land, Lego Last, The Last Leg, Legs 11, Legosaurus, Lego My Leg Lego, Lego One Leg, Jake the Leg, Leggy Mitchell, I Am the Leg Man, Leggers Can't Be Choosers, A Leg of Their Own, Cadbury's Cream Leg, Leg and Chips, Hard-Boiled Leg, Lego Power Rangers, Lego Go Gadget Go, Leg Ryan, Austin and
Right,
Legro.
that is your time.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what was the Go Gadget one?
So you got Leg Go Gadget Go, which is
Lego.
Gadget.
Of course, sorry, because it was all about legs, and I was just trying to think. Well, I mean, Inspector Gadget did have legs, but what a weird nickname to have. But yes, Go Gadget, right?
Leg Ryan.
Leg Ryan.
Leg Ryan.
That's all I'm calling you from now on, Colin.
Yeah, I don't even know you, and I'm going to call you Leggers Can't Be Choosers or Leg Ryan.
It is time for the final scores. In third place with a very acceptable 11. It's not the worst score we've had on What's in the Box. It is Sarah Bennetto. Commiserations, Sarah.
I mean, think of all the untapped Twin Peaks knowledge that I never got to share, guys.
Whilst you're here, is there anything that you would like to plug?
Well, I would like to come back again and redeem my tragic score. But for now, you could all follow me on @SarahBennetto on Twitter. If you don't know how to spell it, you'll work it out. You're smart people. I only want smart people to follow me. Hi.
Yes, it's always the second T, isn't it? In third place with 25 And a third points. It is Colin Leggo, Leg Ryan himself. Colin Leggo. Whilst you are here, is there anything that you would like to plug for the audience?
It is the UK Pun Off. We do it every Sunday. Both me and Adele are regulars, being pun comics. So every Sunday, 7 o'clock, you can find us on Facebook, UK Pun Off. And it's a live stream of an hour of puns.
In first place with 27 points, it is Miss Cherry herself. It is Adele Cliff. Very well done, Adele. Is there anything that you would like to shout out or plug to the people at home?
Do please follow me on Twitter if you are so inclined. I'm at Adele Cliff. It's, as you would spell both words if you were good at spelling. And,
are we just kind of burning your audience here, Frizz?
on the 13th/14th of June, so in a few weeks, Colin is doing a 24-hour show in aid of Diabetes UK. So you should follow Colin on Twitter, and then he'll tell you about that.
Yeah,
all links in the description below. If you guys at home would like to support the show, please do. You can buy us a coffee at ko-fi.com/frizzle. Doing so helps run the stream of the show because this costs money, but I would love some of that delicious money back. One more time, our guests today were Colin Leggo, Adele Cliff, and Sarah Bennetto. I've been Frizz Frizzle. Can everyone please wave to the camera for 23 seconds as the end credits play?